Let's take Andrea in Salt Lake City. Welcome to the show, Andrea.
Thanks for having me on again, Tom. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Do you think this is it is more than this has been a man-woman story? You just don't get it. I think it's now an age story. Am I right?
I do think that is the way as you described, by and large, but I also think it's just how younger people communicate. I'm pretty comfortable having been in the military, been screamed at. It's not as big of a deal to scream at someone or yell at them. Or hit them, even.
Yeah.
But
did you ever make your date get down and give me 10?
Oh, good grief. My parents are listening to this show. Like, that might have a totally different connotation. Younger people mainly communicate via social media, text message, whatever else. It's all very nonverbal. And so that, combined with not being used to standing up for yourself, is kind of a recipe for disaster and really awful dates like this.
That is interesting. Nonverbal.
Yes.
And the thing is that, Kevin, you and I have always, back in my days when I was single, you got to communicate. That's why I always hated nightclubs, because they were loud. And, a certain type of guy wants nonverbal. He wants to go out on the dance floor. Hey, lady, wants to use body language. I didn't like body language. Comedians, where, everything is about words. It's our wit. We survive by our wit. So I think that the younger generation, they haven't learned the art of verbal communication.
That's a great point. I also think that the far left competes to see who can be offended. Mm-hmm. I've seen, and I've had people tell me this, that they've been hanging out, and whomever can become the most offended by something is technically the winner.
Yeah.
And if you read this woman's story...
On a date?
No, just in general.
Okay.
What will offend me?
Yes.
And if you read this woman's story, they are intimate several times throughout the night.
Yes.
She goes back. There's nothing. I didn't read anything wrong that he did. At one point, he even says, "Look, if this isn't fun for you, it's not fun for me."
Yeah, it's not fun unless we're both having fun, is what he said, according to the story.
And we do know his line is, "Why don't we just chill?" Because in between every move, he would go back to chilling. And
but here's the thing. I mean, I've met Aziz a couple times. I mean, he's like a nerdy Indian guy.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, I mean, I'm not trying to like speak for all nerdy Indian guys out there, but like sometimes they're just not that communicative. I don't know. I mean, he's just he
tells it like it is. There's no question. Even in the article, it's a guy saying what he wants the whole time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's being very honest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why she just didn't say, you know what, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what the problem is, and I don't know why we have to. I guess, well, maybe this is it for young people. They just now have to have parameters around feelings and have to be aware of it. However, did you see the app now, the consent app?
Consent app. Oh, something tells me we're going to be doing it tomorrow during this time on the show.
Is that what it's come to?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Well, look, hey, maybe it's a solution. If technology, these apps are created because there's a need for them, so maybe it's going to solve some kind of problem. Maybe Aziz could have clicked, she should have clicked yes.
Oh.
If that's what they need.
Remember the good old days when, you could find a just regular old strumpet type of woman who just didn't have to...
What's a strumpet type of woman?
It's an old-fashioned word
very
for
old, yeah.
Yeah, it was a more, a kind of a...
floozy.
Yeah, more of a loosey-goosey. He's saying that guys used to gravitate toward the loose gals, right?
Right.
Yes.
And there was no repercussion, hey... You know what? I decided I didn't like that. I'm going to try to ruin your career on a website no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, well, that's where we are.
Social media.
Poor Aziz. I really feel bad for him.
He
doesn't deserve it.
He's doing fine. I think this all... Andrea, what's your take? I think Aziz has kind of come out of this as of all the guys who've been embroiled in this, he's come out the most shining example.
At least scathed, I might put it more that way, but perhaps I'm a pessimist.
Yeah. Andrea, thanks for the call. 833-852-4866. Sometimes I forget to give out the number.
Oh,
Andrea already knows it. She's got it down. We're in her book.
I love Andrea.
Me too. She's one of the greatest of all time.
So smart.
And she'll be in New York next week. We have some fans coming to visit us. And, of course, Tass, the resident artist, who
very
draws the
cool.
show every day, will be here. And it's all going to be a heck of a lot of fun.